Thank you, Sophia. Hello, and welcome to Midweek Update. I'm Dominika Kuch.
And I'm Abby Schutze, and we're here to bring some of the news of the week.
Last Wednesday, a vintage World War II airplane crashed alongside Freeway 101 in Agoura Hills, California. Now, before you freak out over the possible return of another World War, police have said that the plane belongs to a California group that flies World War II-themed planes over parades and to reenact dogfights. I'm sorry, is something wrong, Abby?
Nothing. They sure have gotten lazier, haven't they? It's like they're not even trying.
Who's they?
Who do you think they is? The government, of course. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. Do they really expect us to believe that this World War II plane is just some replica that a group flies for fun? Who flies historical planes for fun? No one is that nerdy.
So what exactly are you saying?
Time travel. Definitely a case of time travel.
Abby, I don't think that's right. Time travel doesn't exist.
Wrong. It doesn't exist in our timeline yet. Give it another 30 years or so.
All right. Well, a 6-year-old Australian boy made a necklace for Meghan Markle, and the Duchess promptly hung it around her neck and thanked him by name. Now Gavin Hazelwood has orders from all over the world for his jewelry strands fashioned from macaroni. In other words, a 6-year-old is now more successful than me.
Speaking of fleeting success, NBC News anchor Megyn Kelly went under fire last week for claiming that going in blackface for Halloween was alright when she grew up. Conveniently, Megyn's NBC show was canceled swiftly after the scandal. Apparently, this is the man behind her losing her position, and the reason he gave? Simply, Megyn.
On the topic of racists, last Monday, police officers in the LA area arrested Aaron Eason, a member of the white supremacist group Rise Above movement, for inciting violence at protests. Police are still looking for another white nationalist who has incited violence. If any of you have seen this man, please contact the authorities.
Following the terrible tragedy at the Tree of Life Synagogue last Saturday, Commander and thief Donald Trump mentioned that he was contemplating canceling his appearance at a rally in Indiana. However, it was not to stand in solidarity with the synagogue, as anyone with a sliver of humanity would hope, but rather because he was having a bad hair day, which leads us to wonder, what could a bad hair day look like on Trump?
In other presidential news, Hillary Clinton was quoted this week as having said, "I would like to be president. Hillary, can you not? We would all like to be president compared to who we have now. That doesn't mean we should run." Which brings us to our new segment, Can You Not?
Kanye West has begun promoting a new movement called Blexit, which encourages Black Americans to leave the Democratic Party. The name takes inspiration from the British exit from the European Union, which we all know as Brexit. Can you not, as the son-in-law to the greatest PR mastermind of all time, how did it seem like a good idea to support a back-asswards movement named after one of the biggest international failures of the modern age? So, Kanye, this is not the first or last time I will say this. Can you not?
A Canadian fashion duo has recently released a trendy new shoe. High heels made to look like human skin, resulting in making those wearing them look like some cross between a bird and a demon. It's like Lady Gaga decided to go back to her 2009 fashion. So, to both that fashion duo and Lady Gaga returning to 2009, we say, can you not?
Assistant coach to the Michigan women's gymnastics team, Scott Verne, resigned after being arrested for having consensual sex with one of the athletes in a parked car. Can you please not? It's bad enough that I have to overhear my neighbors having sex in the privacy of their rooms. I shouldn't have to worry about hearing others' intimate moments when walking from my car to pick up my prescribed ointment. Also, dude, you're married with kids that are not much younger than her. Can you not?
Caitlin Bennett, aka the Kent State Gun Girl, posted a controversial video on her Twitter last weekend. After PETA tweeted how white nationalist groups used cow's milk as a symbol for white supremacy, Bennett responded to PETA by filming herself taking a long chug from a milk gallon. What the fuck? Can you not? You're basically admitting to being a racist. Also, chugging milk. Can you not? And I'm speaking for your organized intestines when I say that. Why bring so much stomach pain?
In local news, a Liberty Street pizzeria suddenly and unexpectedly shut its doors with no word as to why, just a note on the door citing unexpected circumstances. Pieology. Can you seriously not? Well, that's all we have for the first and probably not our last segment of Can You Not?
And that concludes Midweek Update. Back to you, Sophia.
Thanks, guys. On a serious note, we didn't want to let this episode go by without mentioning the tragedy that occurred in Pittsburgh at the Tree of Life Synagogue. These senseless shootings have become all too common in our country, and the denial of the anti-Semitism at work behind the shooting is deplorable. This wasn't anti-religiosity or a mentally disturbed gunman. This was a terrorist attack and a hate crime. This was a disgusting monster who set out with a motive to kill. There is no way to make light of this situation. 11 innocent lives are dead merely for showing up to the place they worship. We here at Michigan Time just wish to say our hearts are with the families of those mourning, the survivors, the congregation, and the Jewish community as a whole. Thank you for your time. I am Sophia Lynch, signing off. Please, people, go vote.